Welcome to Jarvis Legal, a ludicrously simple legal practice management software for small and medium-sized law firms. 100% cloud-based, Jarvis is a all-in-one and user-friendly tool helping thousands of lawyers run their law practice from anywhere at any time. We offer bank-grade security so you can ensure that the information that you put into Jarvis is encrypted and private. So let's go ahead and log in. Immediately when you log in, the tasks for your day will automatically pop up. Now we're on the home page of Jarvis Legal. The top section, you'll see your menu. On the left-hand side, you will have the ongoing cases. Center section's all the tasks that you have. The right section is going to be your new document automation. And this is Jarvis's way to help you draft your contracts and your letters. Scrolling down, you have all of the last events, which is your billable entries. And at the very bottom, you have all of your unpaid bills and then two visual pie charts to see where you stand on your billable items. The next tab over is going to be participants. This is going to be everyone within your firm, all their basic information, as well as two download buttons to either download our plugin for Outlook or our Jarvis box. Next tab over is going to be client and contacts. This is everyone that you're going to be keeping in contact with. You'll have this familiar plus sign on the top right-hand side, and then your search bar. And let's go ahead and go to a client. Once you click on a client, you'll see that these tabs are client related. The first tab is going to be contacts, so you can relate contacts to clients, whether they be a lawyer, a relative, or a witness. Next tab over is going to be cases. These are all the cases that that client is involved with. Next tab is going to be bills, whether paid or unpaid. Next tab is going to be retainer, whether they have a retainer in the trust account that you're overlooking. And the last tab is going to be emails. Jarvis has an integration with all webmail domains such as Gmail, Yahoo, or Hotmail. Back to the home menu, the next tab is going to be cases. Cases, it's going to be the same layout as client and contacts. The only difference is instead of a picture or a logo of your client, it's going to be the initials of whoever's in charge of that case. So let's go to a case. Under this BCI case, I know that it's ongoing. All these tabs that you see beneath it are case specific. So right now we're under the information tab. The first box is going to be our profitability check. This is Jarvis's assistant to show you whether you're making money or not. Beneath that is fee stats, basic information of everything that has been billed, not billed, all billed hours, and unbilled hours. Next tab over is going to be a basic calendar. Scrolling down, you have notes, all the participants that are involved in that case, your client, their contact, opposing party, and general information at the very bottom. Next tab is going to be events. So remember on the home page that we had last events? This is going to be the same thing, only it's case specific. So here are all of your billable items for this case. And you have the option to either add your billable entry underneath the case or add billable entry at the very top right-hand corner, add event. Additionally, you also have the option to create a bill under the case. Let's move on to the calendar. Under the calendar, you have the option to actually save billable items as well. If I go to add an appointment, let's say that I have a consultation with this client. I'm going to click on billable entry. Let's say it's a first consultation. You can put in the subject, the location, and you know roughly how long it's going to be. Let's say an hour. Go ahead and save that. That event will pop up on your calendar. And if you go to the Events tab, you'll see that that first consultation has popped up in your events. And you definitely have the option to go back and edit the time. The next tab over is going to be tasks. This is all the tasks that you have to do for that case. You can also assign tasks to other participants within your firm, and they will receive an email update that they have a new task. Additionally, we have task workflows, so you can apply workflows in cases. Next tab over is going to be billing. This is going to be the billing information of what's happening financially within this case. So whether a retainer has been used and what bill it's been applied to. All of the case bill, whether they've been paid or unpaid. And at the very bottom, total, how much you have charged to that client. Next tab over is going to be stats. Stats, this is just going to be an overview, statistics of the activity that each participant has been involved with. How many hours they've worked, how much revenue they're bringing in. The next tab over is going to be Jarvis Drive. This is our in-house version of our document management system. Every single time that you create a case, these lists of folders will automatically be created. And you have the option of how many folders and the name of the folders that you would like to be created each time you create a case. But it's the same concept as any other document management system. You can drag and drop, you can send directly to a client, or you can view within Jarvis. And the last tab is going to be emails. As mentioned before, we have an Outlook plugin, so you can view all of the emails from Outlook that you sync, or you can use webmail, which will have an immediate portal into your web domain. So now we're done with all the tabs under that case. We're done with the case management section. Back to the home menu. We're done with Jarvis Drive. And now let's go ahead and go to bills. So as mentioned before, you have the option to create a bill under the case under the events tab, or you can create a bill in the bills tab. So let's go ahead and click that familiar red plus sign. It's going to prompt you to select a case. And then whatever case that you click on, it will automatically populate all of the billable entries that have not been made into an invoice yet. So this helps with any malpractice of double billing your client for the same billable entry. Next tab is the bill name. This is optional. Then billing type, tax rate, bill date. You can change the bill date, but it's automatically going to be set for today. Billing contact. Now it's going to redirect me to a draft of this bill. I know it's a draft because on the top right-hand corner, it says that. This is my option to add any edits I'd like, including discounts or retainers, or if I'd like to add any more entries. Everything looks good here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Generate Bill. Reference number is already going to be generated. Type, it's a case bill, and template. You can have as many different templates as you'd like under Jarvis, especially if you have other area of practices or multiple area of practices that you partake in. Now it's going to redirect me to a document draft of that bill. The best thing about Jarvis is that you can edit live within Jarvis. So if you see any mistakes or anything that you would like to change, a single clause, you can definitely do so. So at the very top, you have all of the summary of everything that's being charged, a trust account summary, both credits and debits. And then looks like I don't have any services. I'm going to go ahead and delete that section, and everything looks good here. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. It already knows what case I'm working on, and it automatically has detected that I want it under bills. Go ahead and validate that. It's going to redirect me to Jarvis Drive in that case. So I have the option to either send that bill to the client or print it out. Now let's go on to payments. On the left-hand side, you have all of the clients who have payments due. And then if you click on a client, it'll be separated by each case. Whether that bill has been paid or unpaid, you'll see the outstanding amount. So you could just add a payment, and then once that payment has been confirmed, it will change the status to paid bill. Next tab is going to be reporting. On the left-hand side, you have all of these reports that you can overview. Let's say I want to see revenues by client. I can either look at it as a table or a graph. So if you have a yearly goal or a 5-year goal, our reporting tab will definitely help you track it. Next tab is going to be accounting. You have your operating account and your trust account, and you can definitely add more trust accounts. And the last tab is going to be our timer. Very self-explanatory. You can start the timer, type in that client's name, select the case. Let's say you're doing an email writing, and you can add further notes. Once you stop it and you save it, it'll go straight to the case folder as a billable item. Well, there you have it. That's going to be Jarvis for you. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help.